Welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Thank you for being here. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. It is the 17th of March, 2025, St. Patrick's Day. Thus the green and my Paperboy cat. Love this thing. Boston Scally Company. High quality products, man. Actually, I have a black one as well. Gifted it to the Livingston man. He loves it. He loves it. His was a special St. Patrick's Day edition. Let me get my chat all set up here. There we go. Strategic ETC, good morning. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Safe travels today, my friend. Jules, good morning. Figured I'd do the news a little different this morning. I got a whole lot of video editing to do this afternoon. I was at the ham radio class yesterday and recorded the whole thing so I can play it back for y'all, and you guys can get something out of it as well. So a lot of editing to do later today, and I didn't know if I'd have a chance to be able to do this. Non-weaponized preparedness, good to see you, man. Been a long time. Hope all is well. Get Grimes, good to see you. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's get into the news. So this article right here is from NBC News. Trump says Putin talks will discuss Russia and Ukraine dividing up certain assets. Interesting. Let's see. President Donald Trump said late Sunday that negotiations in Washington and Moscow have begun discussing the division of assets between Russia and Ukraine in an effort to bring an end to the 3-year-long war between the two countries. The president told reporters aboard Air Force One that he plans to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday, and that the conversation would discuss dividing up certain assets, including land and power plants. I think we have a lot of it already discussed by both sides, Ukraine and Russia, Trump said. We want to see if we can bring that war to an end. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but I think we have a very good chance. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov confirmed the planned call between the two leaders Tuesday during a press briefing Monday, but provided no further details. The talks expect to get underway Tuesday will see Trump attempt to win Putin's support for a 30-day ceasefire proposal by the U.S. and Ukraine, after their delegates met in Saudi Arabia last week, but which Putin said needed to meet crucial demands made by the Kremlin. Putin and his officials have repeatedly indicated that they want to cement Russia land grabs during the 3-year war and stop Kiev from ever joining NATO. Deputy Russian Foreign Minister Alexander Grushko reiterated those goals Monday, telling Russian outlets that Russia will seek ironclad security guarantees to ensure Kiev's exclusion from NATO in any peace deal and Ukraine's neutrality regarding the bloc. Pressure has been mounting on Russia to secede to Trump's demands after Ukraine accepted the ceasefire proposal last week, though Grushko's comments Monday made no reference to the ceasefire proposal. He also said that Russia would oppose any troops in Ukraine as part of conflict guarantees, including NATO troops, with Britain and France both saying in recent weeks that they are willing to send forces to monitor any ceasefire. If those soldiers appear there, it means they are deployed in the conflict zone, with all the consequences for these contingencies as parties to the conflict, he added. Very interesting. Cold War Prepper, good to see you, my friend. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas told reporters in Brussels Monday that the stipulations Russia has given show that Moscow don't really want a peace, actually, because they are presenting as conditions all the ultimate goals they want to achieve from the war. Interesting. Hig Homestead, top of the morning to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. The Ukrainian government sees the territory as valuable bargaining chip in any further peace talks, but in recent weeks it has been forced to retreat in parts from the region. New images show on Russian government channels all over this week displayed an intensified military offensive by Russian forces, bolstered by support from North Korean troops and the Trump administration's temporary suspension of military and intelligence assistance to Kiev. Even as Trump has attempted to play peacemaker, saying on Truth Social Media Friday that he had asked the Kremlin not to attack Ukrainian troops in Kursk, Putin has urged his troops on. appearing in military fatigues during a visit to the region last week. Interesting. The Russian defense minister also said Monday that its forces destroyed 72 Ukrainian drones overnight and took control of the southern village of Stevpov in southeastern Ukraine. In Moscow, a vocal minority of ultranationalists has urged Putin not to agree to a truce, calling it a trap and warning that the plan would give Ukraine time to regroup. Last week, Putin's foreign advisor, Yurshey Yuskov, called the ceasefire proposal nothing else than a temporary respite for the Ukrainian military, nothing more. That came as Russian President Vladimir Zelensky, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky accused Putin of prolonging the war and ignoring U.S.-led efforts to broker a ceasefire. The buildup of Russian forces indicates that Moscow intends to keep ignoring diplomacy, Zelensky said in a post in X on Saturday. We're ready to provide our partners with all the real information on the situation at the front in the Kursk region and along our border, he added. So we're going to have to see where this thing goes. It's been a long time coming. I really hope that this whole thing comes to an end. It's a meat grinder. It's chewing up money. It's chewing up people. It's chewing up everything in that region. And the tensions are so high. It's not looking good. So hopefully they can come to some sort of agreement. Tuck by V, good to see you, my friend. The next article I'd like to bring to you guys is from the Associated Press about our severe weather outbreaks here in the United States. Severe weather moves east after tornadoes, winds, and wildfires kill at least 39 people. Rest in peace. A dynamic storm that prompted foreboding predictions of a dangerous weekend spawned tornadoes, dust storms, and wildfires that killed at least 39 people and destroyed hundreds of homes and businesses. The system that brought severe weather and flooding to the central and eastern part of the country over the weekend was moving off the East Coast Monday morning, with some showers lingering in the mid-Atlantic to the New England, according to Mark Chenard, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service. And that's kind of what we're getting here today. A rainy day here in the Northeast. It is currently 45 degrees, and it really feels like the temperature is dropping outside. Nikita, good to see you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, another system coming this week, another system moving out of the Rockies and into the plains in the coming days. The threat of winter weather picks up on Tuesday and Wednesday into Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Michigan, with significant snow and wind bringing hazardous conditions across the area. To the south, across portions of the plains, there will be drier air bringing fire weather risk. It's almost like we can't catch a break here. Ridiculous. Just a second, I gotta fix something real quick here. I gotta make sure that my old friend is now taken care of. Appreciate you, Cold War Prepper. Thank you for being here, my friend. Multiple tornadoes in several states. Massive storm that began Friday earned an unusual high-risk designation from meteorologists. Still, experts said it's not unusual to see such weather extremes in March. Now, I talked about this the other day. I honestly feel that our biggest threat for an SHTF event is a weather event, extreme weather event. 100%. Those are the things that we really need to prepare for. We really need to worry about that first and foremost. The everything else, well, that comes after. I appreciate you, Lee. Thank you so much, man. In Tylertown, Mississippi, tornadoes ripped tall trees in half, wiped out entire neighborhoods. 6 people were killed and more than 200 displaced, Governor Tate Reeves said. A young couple, Haley Hart and her fiancé, Steve Romero, hunkered down with their 3 huskies inside of their 1994 Toyota Celica as a twister ripped apart their home Saturday. Romero said he prayed out loud as he hugged Hart and the car rolled onto its side, windows shattering before landing on its wheels again. It was a bad dream come true, Romero said. The couple escaped with only scratches. That's a miracle. Wayne County, Missouri. Resident Dakota Henderson said he and others rescued trapped neighbors, found 5 bodies scattered in rubble outside of what remained of his aunt's house. Scattered twisters killed at least a dozen people in the state on Friday, according to authorities. Wildfires and dust storms also proven deadly. Wind-driven wildfires caused extensive damage in Oklahoma, and officials in both Oklahoma and Texas warned that parts of the state would again face increased risks of fire danger this week. Definitely something to keep an eye on, guys. Refuge and recovery efforts. Virginia Bushcrafter, good to see you, my friend. President Donald Trump said at the White House was monitoring the storms and would assist state and local officials to help the recovery. He said National Guard troops were deployed to Arkansas, where officials confirmed 3 deaths. Please join Melania and me in praying for everyone impacted by these terrible storms, Trump posted on his Truth social media network on Sunday. At least 3 people, including an 82-year-old woman, were killed in central Alabama when multiple tornadoes swept across the state. In Troy, Alabama, parks officials said that the recreation center where many residents had taken refuge had to be closed due to the damage from overnight storms. No one was injured, thankfully. We're thankful the Lord provided protection over our community and over 200 guests at the recreation storm shelter on Saturday night, the Parks Department said in a statement. Good golly. These storms seem to get more severe almost every time we see one, guys. It doesn't matter if it's snow, if it's ice, if it's thunderstorms. They're getting much, much more severe. And again, that was from the Associated Press. And when I'm done with this live stream, I will link all of these articles in the comment section down there so you guys can check them out for yourself. There's lots of photos and videos to go along with these articles, and you guys should be privy to those and check them out yourselves. So I like to include all that source material down in the comments section. The last article I'd like to bring to you guys here today is from the Telegraph UK, and this one is titled "Ghillie Suits and Maseratis: How Chilean Gangs Steal from America's Ultra Rich." Oh no, they stuck me behind a paywall. Well, I guess we're not finding out how they go after the ultra rich. Unbelievable. I can't believe they did that. I read the whole article yesterday. Basically, to paraphrase, they're targeting the big sports stars because, well, it's advertised when they're not going to be home. You know, Travis Kelce's home was hit by some of these gangs. They'll wait in the dark parts of the forest, and game day, that's when they're coming because they know you ain't home. Yeah, Prepper Book Club. Really weird. Really weird. Not a fan. Not a fan. Totally lame. Totally lame. So question for y'all out there in YouTube land. Have you guys had a smart meter attached to your home yet? There's a lot of people freaking out about the changes in price after the installation of the new smart meters. Apparently the old ones, your electricity bill was a lot lower. The new ones, they are cranked up. Not sure what's going on with them. Maybe they read a little bit more accurately. Maybe they've got their thumbs on the scales. Who knows? Who knows? What other news do I have here for the Hudson Valley? Let's see if we have some local news. On the verge, yeah. They actually installed one here on my home about a month ago. They took the old meter out and installed the new one. Oh, SUNY New Paltz is not altering its DEI policies for now. Interesting. It looks like Breakneck Ridge and other area trails along the Breakneck Ridge metro station are closing on April 21st for 2 years. So if you typically hike over at Breakneck Ridge, not going to be allowed for the next 2 years. You guys are going to have to find a new hiking spot. See what else we've got going on here. Not a whole lot. Aside from St. Patty's Day celebrations, man, those are going on everywhere. If you're out and you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, please do it responsibly. Get yourself a ride home if you're drinking. That's a big one. That's a real big one. I promise you that law enforcement will be out in force tonight, making sure everybody's obeying vehicle and traffic laws and sobriety laws. They know St. Patrick's Day is a big day for the drinkers, and they like to go out and hang out with their friends. So always looking for people swerving on the road. Please, if you're drinking, don't drive. If you're driving, don't drink. Man, and I think that's going to conclude the news for this morning. That's right, Goodrell. Stay home and drink. Really appreciate y'all being here to check out this Hudson Valley news break. So sorry I couldn't come up with that article, man. Totally bummed about that. That was pretty in-depth. That's right, the Watchman. Yeah, the snakes that he drove out, or was the rats that he drove out, those were, they weren't really rats. They're people. Something to think about. But around here, we call it St. Uncle Pat's Day. Anybody got anything special going on today? Aside any St. Patty's Day celebrations? You going to check out any of the parades? I know New York City's parade kicked off about 15 minutes ago. So if you're in NYC, they're coming. They're coming. I don't know about road closures or anything down there. So something to keep on your radar, guys. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Do me a favor, double tap your screen. It'll give a like to this. Right on, Cold War Prepper. Hopefully they send you some money back, my friend. Really appreciate y'all being here. Stay safe. Again, if you're drinking, don't drive. If you're driving, don't drink. We appreciate you. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, out of here.